Nine Lives was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, the director of all three Men in Black films, Get Shorty, and The Addams Family, and is a story about a businessman who wants to give her daughter a cat. Her daughter loves cats, but the businessman, played by Kevin Spacey, hates cats. He hates everything about cats. He thinks they're annoying. He says shut up to them. So he decides, for her birthday coming up, he decides, why the frick not? I'll just go buy a cat for her. I hate cats. It's freaking stupid. And he gets a cat in a storage run by none other than Christopher Walken, who's pretty old in this film. And once he buys the cat, a freak electrical storm happens, and now Kevin Spacey, as a freaky cat, has to tell his family that he is still a good father. Oh, when I saw The Darkness this year, I thought it was the absolute worst movie of the year. There was no contenders for it. And then once I saw When the Battle Breaks, and that is another terrible movie that came out this year with good actors and actresses in it. And Nine Lives is essentially the same thing as When the Battle Breaks. It has good actors and actresses and a plot that is stupid. Now, which one would I watch? When the Battle Breaks or Nine Lives? I would rather watch When the Battle Breaks than this dreaded wreck of a film. So, what do I have to tell you about this film? This movie's about a freaking father turning into a cat, trying to tell his family that he's still a good father. This movie is so bad, I literally turned off my tablet while watching it and ran around my room banging my head against my door. That's how bad this movie is. This movie, to me, is as terrible as When the Battle Breaks. This movie is as hilariously awful as The Darkness was. But what the frick was this movie? Kill me! But look. Stop with the acting in this movie. It's horrible. But once we see Kevin Spacey turn into the cat, there are some funny scenes. There are some scenes that were pretty funny, because just some of the lines he says in the film. And once this girl named Tiffany, I think it's her name, Tiffany, that comes over, she's like, well, you save a slice for your husband because he's never here at the house. Just saved my last year's cake. Huh? It's like, man, Kevin Spacey really sucks. Huh? I gotta be a bit serious with this. But once, Barry, not Barry. What if a cat was named Barry? Kevin hears her talking and says, wow, Satan is over for dinner. I literally rewatched it 7 times. That's how many times I rewatched that. 7 times. And it was still hilarious to watch. And also, this movie was made on a budget of $30 million. And guess how much it grossed? Close to only $20 million. You know what? They should be really ashamed for that. Because, like, when your film only gets around close to $20 million, you'd be like, oh, man. But it's okay. We'll just make a sequel, man. Dang, dude. We'll make a sequel and make it suck. I think in the sequel, we might star Owen Wilson as a cat. Ooh, I'm a giant cat. That's my Owen Wilson impression. But compare the budget to this film to the budget of When the Battle Breaks. The budget for When the Battle Breaks, as I said before, was $10 million. It was only $10 million. Guess how much Nine Lives freaking You know what? Why am I even talking about money? But the budget for When the Bell Breaks was $10 million. The budget for Nine Lives was $30 million. That's 3 times as much. But When the Bell Breaks grossed $30 million. And Nine Lives grossed over $19 million. So, and plus, Nine Lives was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. He's starting to field films I like. All 3 Men in Black films were awesome, in my opinion. Get Shorty, I thought was pretty good, too. And The Addams Family, which is a film I've never seen, but he made himself. And he also starred in the film RV, starring the late great Robin Williams. But this film is awful. There's only like 2 good things about this film. One, where Kevin Spacey says, "Great, she invited Satan over for dinner." And also, the beginning of the film. They pulled funny cat videos off of YouTube. And that's all, with awful commentary. How could you mess up a movie about a freaking cat? Now, I've seen films about animals before, such as Max. At least Max was a good film. It was about a military-trained dog who is with a family and tries to help them and such. That movie was at least good. My gosh. And plus, this film was and plus, the film is rated PG. They say the H word, they say the D word. They're just close to saying the B word. This should have been not for kids, because I watched it. But this film sucks so bad. Okay. There's one thing I want to talk about before I give my grade for this film. And that is the ending. The ending to this film is so dumb. It is hilarious. Okay. So, after Kevin Spacey's son realizes he can't save his father's business, guess what he does in a PG-rated film? Yeah, he decides to kill himself. Woo! Well, the MPAA suck at movie ratings. Why would you have a character commit suicide in a kid's film? What the frick is wrong with you? Why, MPAA? Why do you think this should be rated PG? It should be rated like PG-13. But he doesn't really commit suicide. He only jumps off the building, and Kevin Spacey jumps down with him with like a rope. It breaks, and then Kevin Spacey is just flying in the air with his son. And then his son has a parachute in the back that Kevin Spacey notices. So Kevin Spacey tells him to pull down the parachute, and so he does, and he doesn't kill himself. It's probably the reason why the film is rated PG. And also the ending has one of the dumbest moments ever in a movie. Okay, so the bad guy in the film, who looks like a generic freaking version of someone that's a gangster. If you look at the dude, he looks like this. He looks like this. That's what he looks like. He's all grumpy and everything. He takes over his father's Kevin Spacey's business after he spoilers, put into a coma after that freak electrical disaster. So after that, after Kevin Spacey's son jumps off with a parachute and everything, he's then fired from his job, and then why do I have to talk about this part? Why did I watch this film? Okay, so he's getting on the phone talking to a woman, and then Christopher Walken comes up and says, "You really should pay attention across the road." And then the dude walks off, and guess what? He's not paying attention. He's on the phone. He looks right in front of him, and a car rams him over. And then after that, he turns into a cat after being ran over by a car. I hate this film so much. Okay. Okay. This is just my thoughts. The acting sucks. The budget was awful. The way it grossed was awful. Why was it made on a budget of $30 million? Why did it gross only to $20 million? Why is this film about a freaking talking cat? Why is the acting so terrible in this film? Why is the ending so dumb and reminds me of Birdemic, Shock and Terror, or Superman 3 or Superman 4, Quest for Peace? Why is this film so bad? I would rather watch When the Bow Breaks. Why is this film so bad? The darkness makes this film look like a freaking Oscar nomination. That's all the questions I have of this film. Frick this review, I'm done. It's already like 11 minutes long. So yeah, guys, this is not a real review. I did watch the film though, but you might not like this review. I'm gonna give 9 lives an F. Frick this movie, I'm done. And hopefully 2017 won't have as many sucky movies as it does. So guess what? If you're watching this in 2017, Happy New Year, and I hope you have better movies than this bull crap we have here in 2016. Crap.